Hey guys, Friday the 12th. I just wanted to give you a quick update. Digital check-in was actually not going live today as it was supposed to. Apparently IHG has their dates kind of goofed up. They tell us the 18th now, not the 12th. Again, you guys don't need to be too panicked or worried about that. On the 18th, I will make sure to go into Concerto and see, what it looks like, how many we get, and what's really going on. Because again, we may only get one or two a day, and I don't want, you guys stressing out over one reservation or whatever. When we do go live, I'm going to do a video. They have a video that I can share. To me, they kind of overcomplicate it. So what I'd like to do is just when it's available to us, do a super straightforward video that I think would be just even easier to understand. It's really not that complicated though, so it should be good. So that'll be next week that I'll share that info. In the meantime, don't stress it, don't worry about it, just know it doesn't happen right now. So that's digital check-in. Breakfast. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten callbacks on the applications that I have called back on, or the resumes. So I don't have anybody new starting next week as I hope to have. So that puts us without an actual breakfast person on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Mondays, Evelyn is here in the house role. So I'm going to have her kind of double when she is here. But as of right now, that schedule is 8 a.m. We may work on that and see if we can do something else, but that's what it is for right now. So she'll be in at 8 a.m. This Sunday, the 14th, I've already talked with Brianna about Sunday and Monday, so we should be good to go there. And then I'll keep moving forward for Tuesday. And we're probably just going to play it day by day for right now. With this in mind, I don't foresee us cooking like we planned on doing, at least for a couple of weeks until we get that person hired. We may have a day or two that we kind of do it as a surprise, but as far as a schedule of when we're serving full breakfast, I don't have that available yet. I will update you if that should change. In the meantime, if you happen to be one of those folks, it's Brianna or Autumn, who's a morning person and there's no breakfast that day, what we're doing again, which I know both of you know this, I'm just reminding you and also reminding B Shift in case they get questions, and also Night Audit. What we're doing is we're putting up those signs that we've used in the past that says we also have breakfast sandwiches and breakfast burritos available if you go to the market. So then the guests would come up to the market and grab what they would like out of the freezer. This is great. They can get what they need, and sometimes they really, really like those breakfast burritos. Some folks do get a little bit upset because they do have to take them back to their room to cook. It would be awesome if you guys have time, maybe offer, hey, do you want me to throw that in the microwave for you? Super easy. Breakfast burritos, 2 minutes on each side. Actually, I don't think it's 2 minutes. Let's do like a minute and a half on each side. And the breakfast sandwiches are literally like a minute and a half. So if you have the opportunity to help somebody out and cook those for them, that's fantastic. If you don't, just say, I'm really sorry, you're going to have to take this to your room to cook today, as we don't have a breakfast attendant on today. Something like that. So that's breakfast. Digital check-in. High five, because you guys did fantastic last month with enrollments and everybody kind of getting a few, and that I was super excited when I saw the numbers, to be honest. I know you guys are awesome, but I also know enrollments aren't a lot of our top priorities, and I don't judge you for that, because to be honest, when I was a desk agent, I was the same way. I would get enough to satisfy my GM, but it wasn't something that I really went out of my way to do all the time. So I do really appreciate that you guys who hadn't been getting them pushed yourself a little bit, and that's awesome. And hopefully you realize, hey, even an extra $5-10 a month, is worth it. It does give you a benefit as well. In addition to, the $5 or the $8 or whatever cash you got this month, if you got an email address on those enrollments, you'll also get the 500 points at the end of the month. And if you haven't been really active in that, that usually goes in the following month on the 20th or around the 20th. So for example, your January enrollments, you'll probably see the points around February 20th or so. And those add up really fast. I mean, talk to Autumn, talk to Laura. You guys have gotten some cool stuff for free night stays, things like that. I don't even get very many. And I get really excited when I see that I have points in my account too. So again, they add up really fast. And there are a lot of things that you can get even with small amounts of points. I mean, like Starbucks gift card or something like that is usually, in the low thousands. So you don't have to have 100,000 points or 20,000 points to even be able to get something out of it. So keep that in mind. Side note too, if you're new and you're not super familiar with it, be aware that if you log into Merlin and you look for IHG Rewards Club Source, you would search that the same way you would search My Learning or any of those. You go into that application and there is a separate catalog for employees. So what that means is sometimes you can get deals because you're an employee where it costs you less points than it would an average person. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not. I've only used it a couple of times, but I've heard other staff say that it was good. So those are my big updates. I did interview a maintenance person today that I do hope to hire on a part-time basis. His name is Gene. He actually comes to us with a decent amount of experience. He worked at the Thornton property before. So keep an eye out for him. Again, he's probably going to start, I'm thinking 4 days a week, 5 hours, 6 hours a day, something like that, like on a part-time basis to help with the pool and also a lot of the reporting and stuff that we haven't been doing lately. So that should be a great thing for us. One last thing is I've brought this up before and I missed the bus on that one too, but I have been way behind on getting out personnel reviews, and what I intend on doing is basically getting everybody caught up on a review, because more than likely you were due for one in the last 6 months and you didn't get it. This is separate from pay increases. Keep in mind that if you were due for a late 2020 pay increase that you did not receive, one, I'm aware of that and looking at more the wages that everyone is at to make sure their wage is still competitive with what's in the area and also just our other staff. So anyone who is not competitive with the other staff, in other words, that you're in line with everybody and everybody's in the same range that they should be in based on how long they've been here and whatnot, there will be pay increases coming. Just so I don't get anybody's too excited, chances are if your start date is in the summertime, you are not going to be on this round of pay increases. And the way that it happens to work out is the folks that are that their start dates are in the summertime, their wages are already a little higher than the folks that started with us, basically September of 2020 forward. Those are the folks that should have gotten a 90-day and probably didn't, and really are kind of just a little bit behind on the wage, especially with minimum wage going up. We want to make sure we're still competitive. So I will make sure everybody who's getting an increase knows they're getting an increase. If you have questions, feel free to bring them to me. In the meantime, I do hope to be sitting down with everyone in the next 2 to 3 weeks and just doing a basic review like we should have done in the last 6 months. So that'll be a great time. If you have questions or concerns, you might want to think about those ahead of time, because you'll have an opportunity, to let me know what's going on if you think I'm missing something. And that is it. So I appreciate everything you guys are doing. Keep up the good work with enrollments. If you have any questions, let me know.